Hi, my name is Esmeralda Magaña, and I'm also a dancer at Pacifico Dance Company. I've been dancing for about 10 years, started at my middle school and then moved on to local community group, and I'm doing it professionally.
Hi, my name is Lorena, and I am a dancer at Pacifico Dance Company. I have been dancing for 10 years now, and I started dance when I was 14 years old. My mom and dad wanted me to have an extracurricular activity during the summers, so they enrolled me in my local Folklorico classes. And when I turned 18, I decided to do it professionally and joined Pacifico Dance Company.
So the reason why I love to dance, and it is my passion, is because I love showing my culture through dancing, and it's just a very fun way of me showing how much I love it, I enjoy it, and just paying tribute to my ancestors and my parents as well.
I love to dance Folklorico because my mom danced it when she was in high school, so it's something that I can relate back to her and her experiences. And I also love the music. I feel like when I hear the music, it makes me want to get up and move, so it's a great way for me to express myself when I'm happy or when I feel really strong. And I love that it's brought me closer to my roots of being Mexican American, and I really get to explore Mexico's history by learning all of these dances. So Pacifico Dance Company started in 1992, and our teacher since then has been Adriana Storgagani, and she is our director and choreographer. So she's the one who shows us all of the dances that we perform on stage. We've gotten to perform in many different places. We just came back from Arizona, and in a couple months we'll be going to Oregon and to New York to perform our dances. What we do at Pacifico Dance Company is we celebrate our culture of being Mexican American by performing dances from all different parts of Mexico for all kinds of audiences to see.
Okay, so today we're going to do the 5 basic steps of the 5 different regions that you will see in October, which we're super excited about. Just once again, I'm going to tell you the 5 regions. They're Michoacán, Yucatan, Jalisco, Nayarit, and
Costa Chica. Today, Esmeralda and I will be showing you all of these steps using our Folklorico shoes. They have nails on the bottom, very similar to flamenco shoes. That's where they come from. And what we'll be showing you, it's called a zapateado, which is just a fancy word in Spanish for saying footwork. But you can use whatever shoes you have on right now.
Okay, so for our first region, we're going to be teaching you a little bit of Michoacán, which is located in southwestern of Mexico, very close to the water. So for Michoacán, we'll show you a basic step of one of the songs, one of the canciones called Viejitos, which translates to old men.
And in Michoacán, we like to do a lot of storytelling. So the characters in this first story are going to be our viejitos. And viejitos is translated to
old men.
So we're going to pretend to be little old men in this dance. So first, let's start off with the posture. We're going to start from head all the way down to our toe. So your head should be facing forward wherever you're going to be moving to. Your shoulders and your back have to slouch just a little bit, like you're using a cane to walk. And in your knees and your hips, you're just going to bend just a little bit so that you get a little shorter, closer to the floor. And as we do our zapateado, we're going to wiggle like we're about to fall off of our cane.
Yes, as Lorena mentioned, so your right hand, one of your hands has to be out here with the cane, and then the other hand has to be on your back, like if you're an old man, super tired, but yet ready to dance.
All right, so now we are going to start with the zapateado from Michoacán. So we're going to take 3 simple marches in place, and then you're going to tap your foot at the end of those 3 marches, and then you're going to take another 3 marches and 1 last tap. So Esmeralda, let's start.
Let's go.
5, 6, 7, 8. March, march, march. March, march, march. Very good. Esmeralda, are we ready to add the posture?
Yes, I think we're ready, Lorena.
All right, so remember, we are little old men. That's our character for this dance. So that means that we have to come really close to the floor. So bend your knees and hunch over in your back, and don't forget to hold the cane with your right arm out. So let's try the step now. 5, 6, 7, 8. And march, 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 tap. March, 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 tap. Very good.
All right, Lorena, I think that was great. So now let's add one more detail. So again, we are old men, so we do have to wiggle, right? Shake in between. So again, it was march, 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 tap, march, 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 tap, and wiggle, 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 and wiggle.
So after we do the 3 marches and taps twice, we're going to take 4 steps where we wiggle our knees a lot, as much as you can.
Yes.
A lot of wiggling.
And your cane too, don't forget.
Everything is going to wiggle. So now let's try it with some music. I'll count us in. Remember your posture. 5, 6, 7, 8. March, 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 tap. March, 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 tap. Wiggle, 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 wiggle again. March, 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 tap. March, 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 wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Okay, so that was the basic step for Michoacán, and now we're going to show you a little snippet of what you will see us do in October.
It's a little bit more difficult. So we're still going to have the same posture of the little old men, but our steps are going to go a little bit faster, and we're going to add a little bit of movement too. 5, 6, 7, 8.
That was great, Lorena. Thank you so much for Michoacán. So
Yay!
now we are going to do our second region, which is...
Yucatan.
Can we all say it together?
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yucatan! Perfect. So Yucatan is located on the opposite end of Michoacán, and it's very close to the Atlantic Ocean.
Now, in Yucatan, our posture is very different. We're not little old men anymore. Now we are very elegant and very tall, like Esmeralda. So, for our posture, we're going to start going from head to toe. Head has to be really close to the ceiling, so think as tall as you can get, and all the way into your neck and your upper body too. Now your legs are going to be straight until we tell you to bend them once we start the zapateado. Now we're going to lift our arms all the way out into a T right next to you. Don't hit your neighbor. And now you're going to try and catch a
beach
ball right on top, like this.
Okay, so I know we just said bring your arms up, but for this portion, we're going to bring them back down as we teach you the zapateado. So you can either place them on your hips or you can place them on your side, whatever you choose. So for this part of Yucatan, the zapateado, we're going to start on our left foot. So we're going to step back with the left, and then we're going to cross with the right. Then we're going to come back together and bend at the same time.
And then we're going to try it with the other leg. So now try it with your right leg. Step back, bring your leg in front of it, and then bring both legs together.
And bend.
Yes. Let's try those steps together. First, we're going to start with this leg, then we're going to change it to this side, again on this leg, and then to that other side. So 4 steps together. All right? 5, 6, 7, 8. Step back, come together. Step back, come together. Step back, come together. Last one, back, come together. Great. All right, let's try it with some music.
So now that we're going to practice some music, I think it's only right we do posture, right, Lorena?
Yes, our posture.
So we're going to start with our T, really long, tall, don't forget, and then grab your beach ball.
Grab it and make sure you're really tall when you grab your beach ball. All right, now we're going to try it with music. 5, 6, 7, 8. remember, while you're doing it, to have fun. We're at a party in the Yucatan.
Perfect. So now we're going to show you a part of what you will see again in October. See us doing, so watch us. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our third part of this lesson. So we're going to start with a combination of two different states from Mexico, which is Oaxaca and Guerrero, which we call Costa Chica. Can we repeat Costa Chica?
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Costa Chica!
Very good. So, the posture in Costa Chica is very similar to Yucatan, where you're very tall and straight from your belly button all the way up to the top of your head. But in our knees, we're going to stay very low to the floor and you're going to bend both knees. Now, you're going to have out your right arm in front of you, and what we have, Esmeralda and I, in our hands are our versions of a paliacate. A paliacate is Spanish for handkerchief. So Esmeralda has her handkerchief with her. I have a towel in my hands today, and you have whatever your teacher just gave you. So make sure to hold out what your teacher gave you with your right arm, and your left arm is just going to be right on your hip. So remember, tall from your belly button to the top of your head, and low to the ground with your knees, right arm out, holding your paliacate. So now that you're with your neighbor, you're going to use your paliacate, which is your handkerchief or whatever your teacher gave you, to give cues to your neighbor. What cues are, it's giving someone a message or letting them know something without using our voices. So you're not talking, instead you're just doing something, and your neighbor is going to know exactly what you're telling them to do. So holding out your paliacate in your right arm, we're going to practice twirling our paliacate in the same direction. So the ends of the paliacate are going to tell your neighbor, Esmeralda, where to go with their step. So if we start twirling the paliacate to the other direction, it's going to tell your neighbor to go in the opposite direction.
Okay, so now we're going to start with the zapateado, basic one for Costa Chica, and then we're going to add the handkerchief later. So keep this in your hand. Okay, so we're going to do a simple march, right? So it's going to be 3 and then a tap. We'll show you. Ready? 5, 6, 7, go. And 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Perfect. So now we're going to add our paliacate. So hold it out. Perfect. So now, Lorena, if I do this, where are we going?
Over there.
Perfect. And what if I do this?
To that side.
Perfect. So let's try it together, right? So as we march, we're going to march this way.
Small steps.
And then we're going to march this way.
Small little steps.
Yes. So be careful. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap. Okay, I think they got it, huh, Lorena?
Totally.
Okay, perfect. So now we're going to add a turn. So we're going to turn in place. So be careful though. So we're going to turn this way first. And then this handkerchief is still going. And now we're going to turn the other way. Do you want to add it together?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do the marching and then the turning one way and turning the other way. But we'll help you out by calling it out.
And don't forget, after each third step, you're going to tap. And then the other way and tap. So you're going to do the same thing as you turn. And remember not to hit your neighbor. So you're turning in place.
Yep.
All right, let's try it. 5, 6, 7, 8. And one direction. And tap. 1, 2, 3.
Ready,
and
turn.
And tap other way. And tap. Very good. Let's try that with music. We're going to put it all together, which means we're going to be doing the 3 steps and tap 4 times. The first 2 times we're going to travel to whichever side our paliacate is telling us to go. And then the last 2 times we're going to add our turn without traveling so that we don't hit our neighbors. All right? So let's try it all together with some music. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, turn. And turn.
show you a little bit of what we're gonna do in the broad stage. Now we're at the end, Lorena. So for our last region that we will be showing you is Jalisco. Can we all say Jalisco?
1, 2, 3.
Jalisco! And this is located in the western part of Mexico.
So the posture for the state of Jalisco, the dances are very proper and very elegant. So Esmeralda, everyone is going to put their hands in fists on their waist. And their chest is going to go all the way up to the sky. You have to be as tall as you can be in this dance from Jalisco. And what song are we going to be using today, Esmeralda?
We are doing zapateado, which is mostly recognized for Jalisco.
Yes, it's one of the most famous songs from Mexico. So let's start with the zapateado.
Perfect. So we're going to start with, again, bending our knees, right? It's very important, and hands on our hips. And then what we're going to do is, your leg this side is going to step as this one kicks. So we're going to do that 4 times. Let's try it. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, and kick, kick, and kick.
Make sure to watch your neighbors so that you don't kick anyone. And remember, the step and the kick go at the same time.
So now you need your partner. So make sure you're facing your partner like this. And then imagine there's something in the middle of both of you.
Right here on the floor.
So originally what you will see when we perform is a hat, but it can be anything for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch sides as we do the step. Okay, let's try it.
Remember to try and catch your partner, okay? So remember, posture, hands are on your hips, and your chest is as tall as you can make it. Let's try it with this step. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. So now we're going to try it with music. So remember, face your partner and imagine that there's something right in between you two, and you're going to want to try and catch your partner while using the step. Step out and kick. All right? We're going to do this for a full 8 count, which means you're doing it 8 times. Let's start. 2, 3, 4 more. So Esmeralda and I are both girls, so we both have skirt work, but what you'll see on stage is the hat in the middle of 2 partners, and it'll be a boy and a girl. So instead, the boy will be doing a different step, but for right now, it's going to be Esmeralda and I both doing the skirt work that the girls do. That was great. Now we're going to show the second part of this zapateado. So it's the very ending of the song, which means it's very energetic. This is the finale of the show. So we're going to start with 3 marches in place and then a hop in place. And we're going to do this 4 times, starting with this foot, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. And march, 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 hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. Last one. Hop. Very good. Now, as soon as you do 4 of those marches in place, we're going to change the zapateado. So hands on your hips. You're going to point your toe out, away from your body. So move it all the way to the side of you without hitting your neighbor. And then you're going to switch it to your heel. Now bring your toe in front of your other foot, toe, and then kick. But don't kick your partner and don't kick high. It's a low kick. Then you're going to switch it to the other leg. So toe away from your body, heel, toe in front of your other foot, and then kick low. And then we'll do 4 more of those marches in place with the hops. Let's try it all together. So remember, 4 marches in place with the hops in between, and then we'll go into the toe, heel, toe, kick twice, and then we'll end with 4 more of those marches in place, all right? Here we go. Hands on your hips, chest nice and tall to the ceiling, and bend at the knees. 5, 6, 7, 8. And march, 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 hop. March, 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 hop. 2 more. And hop, last one. And toe, toe, heel, toe, kick, toe, heel, toe, kick. Now march again. And hop. 1, 2, 3, and hop. 2 more. And hop, last one. And hop. Now let's try it with some music. All right, get ready. Here we go. Hop and hop. Last one. Toe, heel, toe, kick. Toe, heel, toe, kick. March. 2 more. Very good. So the second zapateado that we taught you for Jalisco also looks a little bit different on stage. It's sped up just a little bit, and on this part it would be the male partner and the female partner holding hands while the female holds the hat that used to be on the floor. So we're going to speed it up a little bit, and Esmeralda and I are actually going to hold hands like we're partners. Alright, so let's try it with music.
Okay, so for our fourth part of the lesson, we're going to do Nayarit. Can we all say Nayarit together?
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nayarit! Nayarit is located northwestern of Mexico.
So when you come to watch us at the Broad stage, you're going to see 2 different parts to Nayarit, so 2 different kinds of dances. For the first part of Nayarit, you're going to be seeing a more ceremonial dance that is very close to the religion. This dance is from hundreds of years ago in Mexico, from Nayarit, and in this dance they use what's called ojos de Dios, which translates to eyes of God, which is why it's a religious dance. So in this dance, you'll see the dancers on stage with these diamond-shaped props, yes, which is stuff that you use in your hands, and they're very colorful, and they're made out of yarn. And in this dance, it's very simple, so it's just lines crossing back and forth amongst each other. Now, the part that we're going to be teaching you came a little bit after that, a couple hundred years after that in Mexico, and it's the colonial part. So once Europeans started coming into Mexico, this is where this style came out. Posture for Nayarit is just going to be standing up nice and straight. And now we're going to be teaching the zapateado.
Now we're going to start with the footwork first. So again, your hands either on your hips or behind for now, right?
Standing up nice and tall.
Yes, always. So now we're going to start with this leg. What we're going to do is step, and then this leg we're going to drag. Step, drag, step, drag. So now we're going to do the same thing on the other foot. Step, drag, step, drag, step, drag. Perfect. So now we're going to teach you the skirt work, or where your arms go. So first, your hand, this hand goes up here.
Nice and tall.
And then this one goes in front of you.
Right in front. So one hand is right in front where you're looking, and the other hand is all the way up to the ceiling.
Perfect. So I'm going to put it together, right? So we're going to step, drag, step, drag, step, drag. Now we're going to switch it. So the one that's in front of you is going to go behind you, and the one behind you goes in front. Now we're going the other way. Step, drag, step, drag, step, drag.
Very good.
Okay, good. So now we're going to have group A. So for the group A, we are holding a skirt, which is why our hands are always up here. So just as a reminder, the hand that is behind you, that's the way you're going towards, right? So we're going to try it with music. So if we're going that way, this hand's going to go up, right, Lorena?
Yes.
And then if we go the other way, the other hand is going to go up. All right, let's try it with music. 5, 6, 7, go!
Great job. So now Esmeralda and I will show you what you're going to be seeing us doing on stage at the Broad. So it's going to change just a little bit and we're going to speed it up just a tad bit. This is what Group A will be doing. 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we're going to be showing what the other group will be doing, which is called the macheteo. Can we all say macheteo? 1, 2, 3. Macheteo. Very good. So what a macheteo is, it's a dance that you use machetes. And machetes are these long knives that people used to cut down trees with. For this macheteo, we're going to be using our hands and clapping in place of using actual machetes. So every time that you would see the two machetes coming together, we're going to use our hands to just clap in place. So let's start. We're going to go in counts of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, you're going to start by a clap. 2, you're going to lift this leg and you're going to clap under the leg. And then come back, clap in center, and then lift the other leg and clap under it. So let's try it. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, under, 2, under. Very good. We're going to add one more part to that macheteo where we're going to also go in 4 counts. So the first count, 1, is going to be in front of us. The second count, you're going to clap behind your back. Third count, in front of you. And the last count, in front of you. So let's try it. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, behind you, 3, 4. Let's put both of those 4 counts together to make one big 8 count. So to review, we're going to start with the first 4 count, which is clap, under, clap, under. And then we'll go right away into the next 8 count, clap, behind your back, clap, clap. So let's try putting both of those together. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For Group B, we're going to start with that second zapateado that includes the claps. And we're going to do it twice with music, so 2 8 counts. Let's try it with music now. 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. Very good.
Yay, Lorena, we're finally done.
Yay! We just wanted to let you know that when you dance, make sure you're having fun and you're expressing yourself. And as you saw, when Esmeralda and I start to dance, we always smile because we love to dance so much. And we can't wait to see you at the Broad stage when you come watch Pacifico Dance Company, Mexico de Tierra a Mar. Can't wait to see you.
Thank
Bye.
you.